Heads up, friends. This episode of Guilty as Sock gets a little more unhinged, a little bit crazy, and a little bit raunchier than usual. It's all in good fun, but viewer discretion is advised. Proceed with chaos and maybe some headphones. Hey guys, Dozer here, bringing you episode 3 of Guilty as Sock. Me and my friends here are currently playing, and it's going to be a fun time. And I know you guys can't wait. Without further ado, let's get into it. Mr. Meatman is accused of serving Big Mac burgers with no sauce. Is that what it says? Big Mac. Yeah, you're on the side. Yeah, you're supposed to protect him. All right, prosecutor. Without further ado, you may begin. All right. Prosecution, you may begin your case, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to present this case against Mr. Meatman, who is being accused of serving Big Mac burgers with no sauce. Now, you may be wondering, why would somebody do such a thing? That's ridiculous. Why would somebody do anything like that? Well, I don't know. We can't put our mind into the minds of a criminal like this. However, what we can do is put our faces into a camera where we see a blurry photo. And this blurry photo is of a McDonald's customer. Ordered a Big Mac, and you can clearly see the Big Mac has no sauce. And furthermore, what you can see in the background is Mr. Meat. And you may be wondering, how is that a big deal? Accidents happen. It's true, they do.
It's true, they do.
However, we also have a situation wherein our man is eating something suspicious out of a cup, sipping on Big Mac sauce, I would allege, out of a large cup from McDonald's. And prosecution rests.
Okay, I will now turn it over to the defense for them to submit their argument.
Wait,
So you said leaked DMs, so you have to explain how the leaked DMs play a part.
Yes. So there's leaked DMs between Mr. Meatman and Mr. What's his fucking face. And Mr. What's his fucking face was hitting on Mr. Meatman, but Mr. Meatman was not interested in any of his advances. So are we sure that this isn't a case of defamation and blaming Mr. Meatman for his alleged amount of not getting meat sauce or mac sauce? Mr. Meatman is allergic to vinegar. So why would Mr. Meatman eat the mac sauce? Because one of the number one ingredients in mac sauce is white vinegar.
You gotta play the card if you're gonna use it.
So you played a full ashtray.
Full ashtray, yes, because the prosecution had a full ashtray in his car. Are we sure that's cigarettes or not? Or is it something more serious like meth?
Fuck you, bitch!
Fuck you!
Oh, wait. Okay. Prosecutor, what say you to this information?
I would say the allegations of this allergy are ridiculous. I mean, there's no evidence to support that whatsoever. And the ashtray, sure. I'll smoke a few Cubans here and there, smoke a few Black and Milds. What's wrong with that? Can't imagine why that really comes up in this case. And that's really all I have to say about that.
Okay. Do you want to call a witness to the stand? Is there any witnesses you might have for this case?
I would like to call my witness to the stand.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, breaking news! Ian has just finished a breaking news post. Sauceless accusation leads to Hold on. Did you... Ian, does this man have a penis?
Maybe.
Again.
I love that. Okay. Zach, call your expert witness, and I'll let him in.
I would like to call to the stand the witness, who is a McDonald's scientist and quality control expert who happened to be at the McDonald's at the time of the incident. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, we now bring the expert witness to the stand. What do you have to say?
Thank you, Your Honor. So, I work for McDonald's, and as always, I was in the McDonald's at the day the crime took place. So, as I walked in, I wanted to order a Big Mac to see if it fits the standards of the restaurant. So, as I do that, just saying, I did not ask for them to remove the sauce, which is an option, obviously, as in every fast food restaurant, but I did not do that. So, when I ordered the burger, I got the burger, I bite into the burger, and it's dry as shit. Drier than old grandma's pussy. So, I spit that shit out right there on the floor and ask for a cigarette. That would explain a bunch of things, but so I smoke a joint real fast and I'm like, hey yo, where my sauce at, bitch? They're like, I put the sauce in. I'm like, hell no, bitch, you see that burger dry as the desert of Sahara, bitch. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. And then I raise a complaint. Working with my man here. So bring that burger sauce thief who guzzled that shit up in the back room to justice. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that testimony. Okay, I appreciate that very much. I'm gonna send you back to your stand now.
Your Honor.
Okay, now defense. I do notice you also have a witness here. You've brought in a movie producer for your defense. Do you have? Did you want to call this movie producer to the stand? I'm not sure what he provides, but if you'd like to. There you go. If you wanna call him to the stand. Oh, we got a news article.
Hello?
Third party customer claims the meat wasn't moist. Ian, if I could pay you for these articles, they're actually pretty funny. Okay, defense, if you'd like to call your witness. Okay, whatever you are, sir.
Hello, Your Honor.
My wife.
My name is
Very
Michael.
nice.
My name is Michael, and I'm a Hollywood movie producer. So this one day, I go to McDonald's for a burger with the whole movie crew. We just finished filming, so we go and order a Big Mac for the entire cast, and we order a bunch of Big Macs because we're hungry, and it's very good to eat. So we take burger, we eat burger, a lot of sauce on the burger, very much sauce, a lot cheese, a lot pickle, and the crew was happy. Very good burger. I repeat, very good burger. The best burger there ever been.
Is that all you have?
I'm also a very famous movie producer from Hollywood. Thank you very much. Burger,
Okay.
10 burger, 30 burger, all had sauce.
Prosecutor, do you want to cross-examine the witness, or am I good to send him back?
You can send him back. However, I do
don't
have another
speak
piece
to
of evidence
those
I would like
kind
to.
of peoples. They very dark skin.
What the fuck? Okay, let me. Okay, I'll go ahead and send it back to you. Go ahead, prosecutor.
So the movie producer, the famous movie producer from Hollywood that we've all just heard from momentarily ago, mentioned that they were on set filming a movie. Right?
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, they were filming a movie. And they said that there was a lot of sauce on the Big Mac, which sounds plausible. However, Judge, if I may ask,
Yeah.
what would you do if you wanted to make something two-dimensional seem three-dimensional,
Oh,
and
hold
therefore much bigger?
Hold on, we have breaking news. Famous producer is in fact famous and full of sauce. I did just hear a news article that apparently the movie producer may have eaten all the sauce, but we'll get to that.
We're getting to that because whenever you have something that doesn't exist and you want to bring it into 3 dimensions from 2 dimensions to make it look much bigger and much more robust, what would you use?
3D cardboard glasses? Okay.
Those that were found at the
Uranus.
scene. Surely, objection, interruption, surely the people there wearing the 3D glasses thought they saw lots of sauce. However, it was simply an illusion provided by the glasses. Not deception, disillusionment. Prosecution rests.
Defense, do you have anything?
Anything for what?
Like, do you have any other comments you wish to add?
I think that prosecution is out of their mind, out of their league, trying to prove something that hasn't even been brought up enough evidence to them to prosecute because they're desperate. They need it. They want this in order to secure some kind of revenue for their failing business.
Objection,
and it's just not
conjecture.
working.
Sustain. I'll allow that. Do you have any other?
If we're gonna ask questions, why didn't the movie producer comment on the quality of the cameras that they had? Even if
Objection,
he might
relevance.
not have
Sustain.
been. Despite that, they'd be able to have some good, say on, whether or not the quality of the cameras could have been altered in order to, blur out any possible, relevant evidence.
Objection, we're just making shit up at this point with no evidence.
How do we know that this isn't one of those libel cases brought up?
Well, you tell me how we don't know.
For some fruitless lawsuit. Wouldn't this have just been easily solved by providing them another Big Mac, but making sure by the manager that it had extra sauce if it was missing?
Objection, you tell me.
You're the prosecution. Why don't you tell me? Because it's your client that is trying to sue the defense.
I don't have a client. I'm behaving on behalf of the court. You have the client, dear. And your client is guilty of providing Big Macs with insufficient levels of sauce. And I think that the evidence holds up.
If there's no more actual evidence to be added, I do have a thought on a ruling. So defense, if you have no further evidence, I do have a final statement before my ruling. A stalker letter.
A stalker letter. And it's from the prosecution. They have reached out to the defense in both Snapchat and Discord. They even fell asleep with the defense in both Snapchat and Discord.
Prosecutor.
I bet they are missing less spicy pics.
Prosecutor, what say you?
What?
Is that all you have to say?
I think that's all I need to say.
Okay. Well, okay. I have a ruling. Thank you, defense. Okay. I've heard both sides of the arguments today. Both good sides. I'll be honest, I'm a man who believes firmly in the facts and the truth and nothing but the truth. And with that, I get my facts and my truth from my local newspaper who, if we all saw the breaking news article, said famous producer is in fact famous and full of sauce. So I think all the sauce went into the movie producer and not Mr. Meat. So I'd like to say that Mr. Meat is not... Oh, wait, hold on. He's not guilty.
Yay!
There's gonna be a countersuit on this one.
Okay. Make.
Oh my god!
Accused of aggravated wanking him.
All right.
Butcher shop.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. This court is in order.
Fuck.
I will go ahead and open up. Prosecutor Lithix, you have the floor.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty good.
That's actually surprisingly good.
Very
This is
good,
surprisingly good dick butt.
I haven't heard about dick butt in years, dude. That's good. Yeah. Brought it all back to me. I am alleging that the defendant, Make, is guilty of wanking, aggravated, at the butcher shop. Because not only was, he caught for doing it, and he had a warrant for his arrest for doing it, also, a dull knife was found on his person at the time of arrest. A dull knife. And you know why the knife was dull? Because meat at the butcher shop is cold and frozen. Whenever you hack and slash at it, it really does a number on the integrity of the knife. Meaning, I believe that the defendant was there, wanking at the butcher shop, while also trying to cut off some kebab. And that's all I have to say for right now.
Okay. I will turn it over to the defense.
All right, let's see. I'll be honest, most of my defense kind of sucks ass. Really wish you could throw stuff out.
Welcome to the courtroom.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
Here, I'm going to stream this judge.
Let's see. So you're alleging that my client, Make, he was aggravated wanking in public at the butcher shop because and then you found a dull knife on him. I would like to say there's no indication, that the knife is his or even that he used the knife. I mean, knives in butcher shops go dull all the time. I think this is kind of some kind of evidence that is just happened to be on the scene, and I don't really see what the knife would have to do with him wanking in any capacity. As far as I'm aware, Make, we all know Make likes to dissociate, okay? Make likes to dissociate. He's kind of nervous, and in truth, him and I did talk, and he told me that the only way that he can masturbate, because he's afraid of women, is by jacking off into a hole in the garden. And so, that's kind of like how he likes it done, so I don't know why he would have gone to the butcher shop. And like I said, once again, I don't really know what the knife has to do with anything to do with the sort. I mean, we're talking about a man who, like I said, he disassociates. He, he's just like a kind of keeps to himself type of dude. But he doesn't really, he doesn't really do much. So I don't, like I said, I'd like that kind of evidence kind of thrown out because I don't see how it relates to him wanking off. And that's currently all I have at the current moment, Judge.
Alrighty. I will go turn back to prosecution. Do you have any more evidence to present?
Absolutely. And the reason Make was using a dull knife
Oh, shit, hold
to
on, wait.
wank at the butcher shop.
Oh, no.
Breaking news. Bald man found sharpening his sword at a butcher shop.
I rest my case.
You just said you can't trust. Oh my god, Joey.
Anyways,
Jesus
Zach, look
Christ.
Oh.
Zach, look at Joey's board.
First off, Make's thing is not that big.
Yeah, it's true. Daniels can confirm.
Do we want to have? Do we want to go to court about it?
if
Get him
I
in here.
may,
Get him in here.
if I may,
Yes.
Oh god.
the reason he has the dulled knife at the butcher shop, which, by the way, this is a person that was caught at the butcher shop with a dulled knife. I understand there will be many knives at a butcher shop. That's natural. However, this person was caught at the butcher shop with said dulled knife, but how many people are caught at the butcher shop with a dulled knife with a scribbled post-it note that says, I frequently like to wank to the idea of chopping beef, frozen beef specifically. I specifically like to wank to chopping frozen beef with a knife. That's what he said. That was what was done. I rest my case, and the public has spoken for me as well in the terms of the media and, for some reason, the jury. And that's all I have to say right now.
All right. Prosecution, is that all you have?
For the moment, yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, you said that was all you had, so okay. Defense?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I like to call into account the fact that the prosecutor over there said that they got this sticky note that is just, it's a note that is basically, it has some kind of message on it. But I'd like to call into order the fact that this did not come from my client, and we actually caught the prosecutor swapping this note with another person. I don't know who this other person was, but as far as I'm aware, when our investigators came off the case, we did notice that the prosecutor walked away with this sticky note. So I'm not sure who he pulled it from, but it certainly wasn't my client. Okay, once again, this is Mackey we're talking about. This is a guy who disassociates. First of all, he's not gonna go to a fucking public place to fucking wank off. Okay.
Conjecture.
Sustained.
He's not gonna go to he's not gonna go to a public place to jerk off. He's going to fucking fuck his plushie at his house because he can disassociate and pretend that it's a woman that he'll never touch. Okay, so once again, I don't see the relevance here in the knife and also the sticky note that he just fabricated. And I rest. I yield the rest of my time.
All right. I just want to make correct for the court that you did say before Make only likes to wank into holes in the gardens, but now he likes to fuck worn out plushies. So it's interesting. The fuck is that?
That's Mike going to jail.
What the heck?
God.
and you sentencing him.
All right. Does prosecution want to add anything? Does any witnesses that need to be called?
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. I would love to call a witness forward, and that would be the witness that saw Mackey write the sticky note himself and put it on a piece of meat that he intended to wank on later. I would like to call forward my witness, the janitor, that was paying way too much attention. The nosy janitor, in fact.
Oh, yes, I am a nosy janitor. I saw Mecca write a note and stick it on that piece of ham that he fantasized with his girlfriend, Kate.
Objection. She has no idea who he would have fantasized about.
Your objection is about what she thinks, then that's overruled, sir.
Objection. Also, I think she needs a throat lozenge.
Yeah.
I don't need
Order. Defense. You will have a chance to cross-examine in a moment. This is the prosecution's witness.
I am the janitor. I have been exposed to many harsh chemicals, which is why my throat sounds the way it does.
I understand.
But no, Maka's girlfriend, Kate, who he has dedicated too much of his time to. He has missed her. And he loves her very much, which is why he grabbed a piece of ham that was reminiscent of the size of her buttocks. And I wrote a note on it to return to wank onto it later in order. Oh,
Oh no. Oh my god.
in order to return and come onto it later. In order to bridge the gap between him and the last time he has seen her.
If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Yes,
It's your witness right now.
Regular examine the witness.
Okay, yeah. Please ask the witness questions.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah. Witness.
Yes.
Nosy janitor that swaps between Swedish, French, and English frequently.
She's fluent in many languages.
You did, in fact, find the sticky note on a piece of ham, which was, as you said, written by the defendant Mackay in his own handwriting
Yes.
on the piece of frozen ham.
Yes, I had seen him with one hand in his pants, one hand writing the sticky note.
You know what? No further questions.
Ow!
All right. Attorney Dozier, would you like to cross-examine the witness and ask questions?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking.
No, I have no further questions this time, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, witness. I will have you go back to your seat. All right, defense. Do you have any witnesses, or do you want to make any more?
Yeah, let's see. These cards actually kind of do suck ass. No, I'm good at this time.
All right. Well, does prosecutor have anything to add?
I do not feel as though that's necessary at this time.
All righty. Well,
Hey, crisis due to the
Good.
All right. Well, I do appreciate you two presenting all the evidence you have. I would like to defer to our two jurors, one of which who is clearly not paying attention.
Ian?
Joey and Ian, do you have any preferences on how this should go? Jesus Christ.
Is
All right, well, clearly one...
Hey.
Oh, Ian's muted. Does Ian know he's
he is
muted?
muted. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. What's the... What? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead... Hold on.
No, wait.
Joey, you did not hear the arguments in the defense, so I'm going to go ahead and dismiss you as a capable juror. I do apologize to both the defense and the prosecution. I will go ahead and make a ruling here. Clearly, I will say, I do appreciate both sides of the argument. However, one thing I failed to see is any, really hard evidence against the client here. You do have the dull knife and the scribbled post-it note, which to me doesn't really prove anything. But it sounds to me that Make is just a crazy person who likes to jerk off everywhere. But seeing his preferences, that jerking off in public is not his thing. So I'm going to go ahead and rule this one.
Oh shit! I actually won.
This is a kangaroo court. This is bullshit. I had a
Kangaroo
witness
court, I
that
saw him
clearly
with his
said
hand
she
in his
saw
hand.
him jerking off and saw him write the note that he intended to jerk. This is jerking off in the
Call
first
me-
degree.
call
This
me
is first
Sal.
degree wanking.
Call me Sal Goodman because I don't know how the fuck I just did that. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe. We would love to see you guys join Dozebound Arcade. Let me know if you want me to play any more games with my friends. I'm happy to do so because we have a great time. Thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all next time. Take care.